Yesterday, Donald Trump's chief of staff, Mick Mulvaney, dropped a bombshell in front of reporters where he admitted that, yes, there was in fact a quid pro quo with Ukraine. Here it is.
So those were the driving factors. Did he also mention to me in the past the corruption related to the DNC server? Absolutely, no question about that. But that's it, and that's why we held up the money. Now there was a report.
So the demand for an investigation into the Democrats was part of the reason that he ordered to withhold funding to Ukraine.
The look back to what happened in 2016 certainly was part of the thing that he was worried about in corruption with that nation, and that is absolutely appropriate.
The funding.
Yeah.
So that seems pretty cut and dry, right? Mick Mulvaney said, yes, we wanted information about the DNC server, and that is the reason we withheld the aid that Congress had passed for Ukraine. I mean, that's kind of the end of the story, right? We were looking for the quid pro quo. Mick Mulvaney came out and said, here it is, folks. But then, of course, later on in the day, Mick Mulvaney had to come out and say, oh, whoops, didn't mean to say that, folks. And I assure you, there was absolutely no quid pro quo whatsoever between President Trump and President Zelensky of the Ukraine. None at all. Quid pro quo does not exist. Then later in the evening, Sean Hannity even came out and said that Mick Mulvaney was stupid for even making that first statement in the first place. And Sean Hannity, for the first time in his life, is absolutely correct. Mick Mulvaney is not a smart human being. Mick Mulvaney just gave up the farm because, as I've repeatedly said, everyone in this criminal enterprise is grossly incompetent. And yet somehow, they're all still there. We have not been able to get these people out of office or throw them in jail or hell, even get them to comply with a subpoena. They're somehow still winning right now, folks. And that is the part that truly blows my mind. Mick Mulvaney went in front of reporters. You saw the clip just a moment ago. And he admitted to the thing that the Trump administration has spent the last few weeks swearing up and down didn't actually exist. Well, it does exist. It just may not have been about Hunter Biden, but it was about something that did involve Democrats and Donald Trump wanting to dig up dirt on them. This is going to get crazier. This is going to get more frustrating. And we're going to see even more levels of incompetence from the Trump administration. But the bottom line is this. We're dealing with a bunch of idiots who thus far have managed to win quite a bit. But I think, given their increasing incompetence, that their days of winning may be coming to an end very soon. Thanks for watching, everybody. And don't forget, if you like what you see here, like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel. And now you can also become a member of Ring of Fire and get exclusive early access to certain Ring of Fire videos all throughout the week. Just click on the little join button right below the video.